So, welcome back, Heart Academy, number 12, part 3. If you haven't figured it out by now, I actually started repeating myself on the last video because I couldn't tell if I was recording or not. But then I realized, oh, you have a big indicator, Miss Heart, to tell you that you're recording. And you can't see it, but I can see a timer on the bottom and also a big frame around the screen on my desktop that lets me know that it's a recording mode. It's kind of like that little red flashing dot on any camera when you start to record. Totally didn't see that. But it's 6:30 and I'm getting tired, but I want to make sure that you guys have the best resources as possible. And in order to complete your homework packet for tonight, or whenever you see this video, so this is actually the next part that I'm looking at. Okay, so I'm going to determine on this side if it's a real, rational, irrational, integer, or a whole number. Okay, so I have a -5 over 6. So remember, if you change this to a decimal, which I'm asking you to do is this, 0, 0. 6 will go into 50 how many times? This is when we can take a look at our desktop again, our multiplication chart, not my actual desktop. See, I am posting there for you. That's love, people. And then somewhere on here, I have a multiplication chart. I always lose that chart. Ah, there it is. Okay, so now I have my multiplication chart. Here we go. And 6 will go into 50. 6 will go into 50 8 times. 6 times 8 is 48. So, 8. 8 times 6 is 48, which you probably already figured out by now, but hey. There's 2 left over. I have a 20. 6 will go into 20 how many times? 3, because 6 times 3 is 18. With 2 left over. Oh my goodness, I think I'm starting to repeat, aren't I? Okay, so 6 times 3, sorry, that should be an 18. 2 left over with a 20. It's going to repeat. Start repeating with the 8, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So I'm going to clear this out real quick. Okay, and the number I have here is 0.833. 3, repeating, and is a negative. So tell me now, is this a rational number, irrational, integer, or whole number, right? So for your answer here, this would be a rational number, okay? Because it's a decimal that is repeating. Repeating makes sense. So we're going to label that one as a rational number. Now take a look at this for a second. Real numbers. All of these, no matter what other subcategory they fall into, are real numbers because all of these are part of the real number system. Okay, so let's move on to here. I have a 35.99. It is a decimal that terminates. Decimal that terminates. So this one is a rational number. Okay, 0. It's rational. Okay, not to mention it's also an integer. Okay, it's also a whole number too. I have 4 and 1 over 8. So I'm going to do this into the decimal version, okay? Here, 0.0, 8 goes into 10, 2 times, that's 16, 7, 1 time, excuse me, 8 goes into the 10, 1 times, 8, 2 left over, 0. There's my 2, 16, 4 left over, 0, 5. That's going to be 40. And then, okay, good. We have that one going to complete off with this. So I have my 40, which is 0. Sorry about that. I had a visitor come in for a second, so I was being quiet. My answer for this one is 0.125, okay? It terminated. So that one is going to be our rational answer. That one's going to be a rational answer because it terminated, okay? Now, this one, square root of 5. Remember, I know you're not familiar with square roots, so I will help you with that. So if I have the square root of 5, and I'll tell you right now, it's 2.2306, whatever. I think it's 2.36068. You can tell that this is not terminating, and it's not repeating, kind of like crazy Uncle Joe, right? So this one will be our irrational number. I have a negative 80. I'm going to do an IR for irrational because our negative 80 is going to be an integer because you can find this on the number line. Sorry about the bad handwriting, but you guys get the idea. I'm trying to go fast so I can go home and have dinner with my daughter. And I'm just trying to give you enough information for you to complete your homework sheet. Tonight, the sheet, even though it's a couple pages long, because it's a front and back, so I think it's like 2 pages or something. The packet that I'm reviewing right now is not the homework. So I just want to make sure that we are clear on that. This packet will help you complete the homework. Let's take a look at some true or false questions. All integers are rational numbers. All integers are rational numbers. Well, let's take a look at that one page that lays everything out for us very nicely. Look at this. All integers are rational numbers. Are these looking rational? Take a look at here. All integers are rational numbers. Is this true? All integers are rational numbers. Okay. So with that, let's go back to that screen. If you are answering yes in your head, you are correct. All negative numbers are integers. That's true. Remember, integers is what you can find on a number line. 8 or 3.87655 is rational. Do you see any pattern in here? You do not. So it's irrational. The square root of 7 is a real number. All numbers are real numbers. Look at that chart again. All fractions are integers. All fractions are integers. What do you think? All fractions are integers. Okay? So, answer for this, true. Let me take that, look at the chart one more time. All fractions are integers. Okay, integers. Perhaps that's not true. I'm not sure about that one. You're going to have to figure that one out on your own. I don't know. Why is that confusing? Yeah, oh, we're here. All fractions are integers. Integers are what you can find on the number line. I'm going to have to take that back. Maybe it's not. This is going to be good discussion tomorrow because I keep doubting myself on that one. So we'll take a look at that one tomorrow together. Or let me just look it up. Oh yeah, that's why we have the Google. Are fractions integers? Integers are like whole numbers, but they also include negative numbers, but still no fractions allowed. So it is completely just a number line. I knew I was second guessing that for a reason, because I'm like, wait a minute, is that right? All fractions are integers. False. No fractions are integers. Okay. So you can have negative fractions, which you think would be on a number line, but technically we don't call them integers. Very interesting. I always have to double guess myself when it comes to completing that one. Okay, so now we are, I believe, on this page, maybe. Very interesting. All right, so over down to this page. Man, this is going to take a while. So I think what I'm going to do is stop here for this part and do a Heart Academy part 4. Okay?